Talking to you, baby. I just get carried away. You blow my mind. I just get carried away. Talking to you, baby. I just get carried away. You blow my mind.
Yo guys, what is good? Welcome back on the Uncle Sharma channel. We are back with a live stream. New year, new Denzel or same old Denzel? Because wow, what a performance by Denzel Dumfries, who comes up with 2 goals. And look at that. That should be the new official picture of the Supercoppa. You know, the logo for the Supercoppa Italiana. Just make it in honor of Denzel Dumfries. What a beautiful technique and image that is of him getting the first goal from a bit of a pinball situation in the box, and then the second one might be even better than that one. But anyway, guys, how are you guys doing? It's been a little while since we've been on a live stream. I know I've not been very good to you guys recently with the Christmas holidays and whatever in between. It's been a couple of weeks, but hope you guys are keeping well. And it's a beautiful way to start off the day. Anthony from Inter Worldwide will be joining any moment now, so keep a lookout for that. Look, we haven't collaborated in a little while now, actually, so it's good to get to see Anthony. Anthony, who actually has come back just from India. He was on holiday in India, so I think he's just back, so he's probably going to be jet lagged, but he still probably is in better shape than Lautaro Martinez. I know. I can see all of the comments right there, guys. I can see all of your juicy comments about our Capitano, who still just keeps underperforming. Let's be real. It keeps underperforming, and it is starting to get really worrying. Really worrying. I am starting to get really worried. I'm going to talk to it with Anthony as well about the Lautaro situation. And thank you, Matija, and everyone. Before we get into it all, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new, of course. I know I keep going on about it, but 10K, that is a massive achievement for this channel. So thank you for getting me to 10K. But the next goal now is to get to 12K. And actually, Matija, if you don't mind, if Anthony's coming in, if you want to also jump in, I would not mind, my bro. I would like to get your thoughts as well. Let me just WhatsApp you, Matija, the link to enter. But anyway, let me see quickly your thoughts before we get into the whole match analysis and everything. Armenian Inter said 2 golazo. Dumfries better than Messi. Yeah, for sure. This Denzel, I know Perisnich tweeted it out. Let me see if I can find Perisnich's tweet. This is Denzel Ballon d'Or season. He is the top scorer in the world, guys. In 2025, Denzel is a top scorer in the world. I've not even double-checked that, if that's true, but let's just go with that fact that I don't know if it's a fact. Here it is, the tweet from our boy Perisnich. A bicycle kick. I am ready for 2025. The Denzel Ballon d'Or propaganda starts today, guys. It starts today. Denzel, he's getting that Ballon d'Or. Since that contract renewal as well, he's been feasting. It looks like, that contract situation definitely kind of affected him, his performances maybe. Now that he's got it, he is looking like the best Denzel that we have seen at Inter since he signed for us. We got to the final because of, the way, because he said DD. I thought, my mind still associates DD with Danilo D'Ambrosio. Shouts out to Danilo, of course. And I don't know if you guys remember, it kind of reminded me, Denzel's goal reminded me a little bit of D'Ambrosio. He scored a kind of a similar one against Lazio many years ago. A little bit closer to the goal like, this is more of an overhead kick than that one. But I don't know. When you say DD, I know it should be Denzel Dumfries, but because we used to refer to D'Ambrosio as DD33, But actually, no, it's true. DD is Denzel Dumfries now, and Denzel gave Lautaro a lesson, a masterclass in finishing today. I mean, this is the second one from Denzel. Obviously, of course, I haven't got the video, guys, for you, but the still image still says the whole story. On the edge of the box, first time shot with the inside of his foot. And against the Carnesecchi, who was in great form today. Carnesecchi made some amazing, unreal saves. I mean, we are going to talk about and criticize Lautaro finishing today, but we also have to give credit where it's due to Carnesecchi, the Atalanta goalkeeper, who is really starting to shine now. He was rated very highly a few years ago, to be, potentially a long-term successor of Donnarumma for the Italy national team, and it looks like he actually will be. He looks really, really impressive. But the fact that Denzel managed to get one past him today shows how good that shot was. Crossbar and in, very, very satisfying. I don't know what it is about those. Do you guys agree? The crossbar and in type of shots are like, they have that extra bit of like satisfaction. I don't know what it is. The XG must be flying. Yeah. The problem is because it's a Supercoppa Italiana game. There's the FOTMob aren't doing they're not doing XG, and neither are SofaScore. So we'll just have to make our own XG up. I reckon it was 4.89 XG. That's the Sky Punjab, stats. I reckon 4.89 XG for Inter. And Atalanta probably had about 1.5 or 2 even, because there was one moment where Scalvini missed right in front of the goal. He passed it straight to Zoma. Anyway, let me see what you guys are saying. Inzaghi needs to tell the team immediately to stop trying to let Lautaro score. He's in the slum, shoot the damn ball. Oh my God, okay. Look at all the comments are about Lautaro, guys. Jesus, you guys. See, this is what I always say. Whenever we just won a game 2-0, we're into the final of the Supercoppa Italiana. We're waiting to find out tomorrow whether it's going to be Juve or AC Milan. And you guys, what's the focus? There's a couple of guys talking about Denzel, but look at all the comments. Lautaro. Come on, guys. Like, at least wait to the second part of the stream where we can talk about some negative things. But if you guys are dying to talk about it, let's talk about it. Seems like everyone's dying to talk about it. Let's talk about it. It seems like no one is happy with Lautaro. And yes, today was another one of those. I thought, again, I don't want to keep saying, I thought his overall game was good. But how many shots did he have today? Oh, Matia's in here. 1 second, Matia, I'll bring you in. He had 6 shots. Bloody hell, 6 shots. 3 of them on target. 2 big chances missed. 2 of them blocked. But yeah, he had 3 out of 4 dribbles. 7 out of 11. I know we're like grasping onto. I'm grasping onto like basics here, but surely he's gonna turn it around at some point. He keeps getting so many chances. I would be worried if he wasn't getting chances, but I am really, really worried now. But let me get Matia's opinion in here. Shouts out to our brother from Serbia, Matija Jovic. How's it going, brother? Happy New Year to you.
It's doing great. Happy New Year, everybody. All the best to our Interisti brothers and sisters all around the world. I wish you all the best. We started the year with the win. That's great. I hope we start another year with the trophy. Now it's a must win because it's against our biggest rival in the final. So it's a must win. This was like, okay, we'll see what happens, but now it's a must win.
Yeah.
So
100%. I think your voice is coming from the computer, by the way, Mattia. Can you double check? It's not coming from the mic.
Let me see.
Meanwhile, thank you, Eduardo, as always, for the support on this channel and all the other Inter channels as well, especially Inter Worldwide. Speaking of Inter Worldwide, look at that. He's got the timing. The devil, as they say. If you say the devil's name, he appears. Antonio.
Oh, this is some Man U guy. I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a devil in many different ways.
that's it, bro. You think I'm a devil now, man? Wait till you hear the stories I've got to tell you from your homeland, Zil. That's there'll be some hellish vibes there, bro. But fuck, man, I feel honored to be here with you and Matija. What a way to ring in 2025, to be in your company, first of all, Matija's company, and to talk about a win.
Yeah, did you watch it, Anto?
Bro, I watched the first half, and me and the wife, we've only been back in the country for about a day and a half, and I thought I knew what jet lag was before. Never knew in my life, man. Like, I slept pretty much from the moment I got back up until yesterday. It clocked like a 14, 15-hour shift. And now I'm just starting to feel normal now. So I quickly ducked up to the shops with full intention of being back for crunch time, for squeaky bum time. But by the time I got home, Denzel Dumfries had done his thing, and I was already disappointed with Toro in the first half. But it was two worlds. It was all pro Denzel and all anti Toro as well in the chat. So I don't think I need a prelude. I think I know exactly the major topics that we're discussing today. So
Yeah, bro. I wanted to kind of wait for the second half of the stream, but every single comment is about Lautaro. So, and I made the joke earlier that even though you're jet lagged, I'm sure you're in better shape than Lautaro.
It's I feel like he gets more and more frustrated as the game goes on, so he just gets worse and worse as the game goes on. So apparently there was a miss at 2-0 into stoppage time. I didn't see that, but people were just laughing and laughing and laughing. So do you have the miss right before the end?
No, I don't have that one. I've got some of his misses. I tried to see, I got my screenshots. This one was a really bad one. So
that was bad.
He is a volley specialist. Like, that's one thing I always give Lautaro, that maybe there's nothing that I rank him best in the world at, but this is probably something I would say he's the best at volleys. And this one, he just like completely mishit. Like, this was a really easy chance. Don't you agree, Matija?
Bro, he has been frustrating the whole 2024, and it looks like the same is happening now. He has a chance. I think Anthony and I discussed this when we previewed Supercoppa a couple of months ago or a month ago. Lautaro has a chance just with one goal to go level with Dybala as a top scorer of Supercup of all time, and he needs two to be the best scorer of Supercup in all time. But it looks like he's not even going to go level with Dybala. Like, he was supposed to have at least 3 goals today.
Yeah.
And that was just embarrassing. The last one, that was like, I had a second-hand embarrassment.
Yeah, and the one you guys are talking about, the one where Atalanta scored afterwards, obviously he got taken off. But that one, right? The one Di Marco passes it to him one-on-one, and then he hits it straight at Karnesecki. That one. Or was there one I missed because my stream
there
went
was
off?
one more in the stoppage time where he was like, there were 3 of our guys alone, and they gave him the ball instead of shooting, and he was like some sloppy shot. It was like almost went to it didn't go to the corner. It almost went like to out or something. Like, it was terrible.
Wow. Yeah, my stream, because I was watching it on alternative means, and my stream went off, so I didn't even see that one. So that's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah, so he had 2 other, I don't remember, 2 other players. So it was 3 Inter players on goalkeeper, and he could have passed to anybody, but he decided to shoot, and the shot was like embarrassing.
Wow.
Sorry, I didn't really get to watch the goal, so I'm watching them now, bro. That second goal on the transition, we are an absolute nightmare for teams, man. We are an absolute nightmare on this break. You could play 13, 14 players on opposition teams sometimes, and we will still score on the break. I guarantee that. That movement to free up Di Marco on the left-hand side while we're compact in the middle of the ground, and to watch us stretch the pitch in the final third after we break the lines, it's just fucking beautiful, man. It's really good football. There's no other way to describe it. To do this, that we've literally sent Atalanta packing straight back to Bergamo before they've even had, their Arab coffee, man. That's it.
Yeah. No, 100%. But sticking to the topic, guys, like, with Lautaro, it is true, because even last year, after we won the Scudetto, pretty much February, March, when we had it wrapped up, Lautaro already had the dip then, if you guys remember, even earlier than that, because he kind of carried us the first half of the season. So now, we are coming up so soon we are going to come up to 1 year, 1 full year of him underperforming. And someone asked the question earlier. I still have the same answer to this question that I always had to Mo as well, because I know Mo has always been anti Lautaro. But if an 80 million offer comes next summer, guys, what are you saying? My answer is always the same. Who are you bringing in instead? That was always been my answer. I've never been against selling Lautaro, but I've never been convinced by the names people tell me.
It's still the best argument back. Like, I'm not denying it for a second, but there has to be a way to solve this problem, because that's a lot of money still. My counter argument to that would be, he hasn't nailed down a move before. What makes you think he's going to nail one down now? This guy was in Ballon d'Or discussions. This guy was in the discussion to come and play with Messi at Barcelona at some point. No one besides Barcelona still really looked at me. There has been whispers of City here and there. There's been a whisper of Madrid once in this entire timeline. I just don't think that there's been enough evidence to suggest that anybody's going to put this sort of money down for the guy, because eventually people are going to not go by what they see on paper. They're going to start going by the highlight reel. And it just so happens that the highlight reel for the last 8 months is not a highlight reel at all. It's as low as it can get for someone of your price tag and your stature. It's not good enough. So I don't think anyone's coming in with 80 mil anymore for Lautaro. Our best bet at the moment, like, obviously we're not like another club. We're not going to move our captain along in January. That's just loser stuff. But eventually, if the offers do come at the end of the season, they'll be a lot closer to 50 than they will be to 80. I guarantee it. So we might be in a position where, if we reach our season's goals as a squad, as a club, from a board level, then the conversations might change, Zeal, to, all right, let's stat pad this guy into 2025-26, and let's start thinking of a replacement then. I think it's unrealistic to start talking about a replacement now, because we as a club are not going to give up on Lautaro. Yeah, there's Pessimism FC. There's fans like me that are more than happy to look at offers, take offers, but I don't work for Inter. We don't work for Inter. We are not on the board of directors. We will never be on the board of directors. We don't handle financial situations. We don't handle that stuff. Inter's not going to turn their back on Lautaro, at least not until the start of next season. And he will start into next season. I'm completely convinced of it.
What are you saying, Matija?
I'm just gonna repeat everything what Anthony said. So I totally agree with him. He's the captain. It's not our club is currently, and our manager, everything is based on trust, on pulling for each other, on team building. We look into team, not individuals. Everybody helps each other. We're never going to give up on him despite his best efforts. So yeah, totally agree with
the results aren't suffering. It would be a different situation if we're sitting here going, oh, look at XYZ 1, 2, 3 games that we've all dropped this season. But where are the dropped games besides a couple of disappointing results and everything in context? We're going into 2025 basically healthier than any other team in Europe on the pitch, bar maybe Liverpool. You could argue Real Madrid, but I don't think in their context they would say that they're having a better season than we are. Besides Liverpool, I don't think there are many sides in the world that can look at their season and go, yeah, we're pretty much ticking every box here at the moment. It could be a tiny bit better, but at the same time, we have no reason to complain. So like Matija said, team squared, team cubed, team to the power of team. As long as the team is walking off the pitch with 3 points or with progression into whatever cup competition it is, we don't need to have the discussions about Lautaro leaving. But it definitely doesn't mean we can't still keep having the discussions about his form.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of his form, guys, so it doesn't look serious, but Marcus Thuram came off at halftime with some form of minor injury, which it says minor thigh strain, but I guess he had love to, do the scan on him and whatever. So hopefully that's nothing serious. But the scenario is there because Thuram is what Lautaro was to us last season, right, guys? Thuram is carrying the attack this year like Lautaro did. Can we survive without Thuram this season? Can we achieve our goals without Thuram?
This is going to be it. We're going to see right now. He was carrying us so far, and others, like we said, team has been doing well so far. So I'm worried because if Thuram, Donian, if Thuram has an injury, we will see. He has to wake up at some point, right?
Yeah, yeah. Judge
It
Mo is
looked
feasting. Yeah.
it did look like a thigh strain, and if it is, then so be it. That's fine. That's the next best thing to a cramp or a
Mhm.
pulled muscle. And looking at recovery time,
would you bench him, Lautaro? Like people who keep saying that he needs to be benched. What's the way forward for you guys? Because I keep saying we do this with every player. If Barella's out of form, we keep playing Barella. We don't bench Barella, but there has to be some time. Like there
Don't
has to
say
be a
that in
cutoff
front of
point.
Anthony. Don't say that.
Yeah.
not after the last season and a half. I think even the most critical of him, they're all in their caves now. I haven't had anyone confront me about Barella in what feels like a century. So we'll keep it like that.
Do you know what I'd love to speak to, Anthony? As you're a Barella fan, Chris
That's an
Rivas.
understatement.
Rivas, he's the biggest like Lautaro fan, right? Christian Rivas.
Well, one of
I
the
would love
biggest
to-
that I know, yeah. I haven't
Yeah.
heard him defend him much lately, but Christian Rivas is doing his thing, hustling, way too busy. So he's probably suffering a little bit more in silence in the background. But I don't want to sit here and say Lautaro Martinez has been completely shit. I'm a football fan first. I see what he does off the ball. I see the impact he has in the turnovers. I see the impact he has on, and I know even when he does turn the ball over, there are still so many moments of play where Lautaro is instrumental in opening it up. But Mario Galliano said something very true and important about 4 years ago that we agreed on. He is doing everything except what he is supposed to do. And we are still having that conversation 4 years down the track. Lautaro Martinez is still not doing what he is supposed to do. And that is being a clinical striker that can finish, or at this stage, put the ball on target. We're not even talking about scoring goals at the moment, man. Like, you're scuffing everything. It's almost like there's a massive mental block there that he cannot get over. I've still got faith that he'll come back into form. It's Martinez, more so, it's Simone Inzaghi's Inter we are talking about here. That's the most important thing. Inzaghi can play anybody back into form. This is just taking ridiculously long. And that's why Matija and I and majority of the fan base now are like, come on, guys. We've waited more than enough for you to get your ass into gear this season, sorry.
Guys, we have a final on Monday. Thuram is out.
Yeah.
Is there a better stage than that for Lautaro
Exactly.
to finally show up? Like, final. It's a final against our biggest rival. Whatever. Whoever goes through, I don't care.
Is he definitely out of the final now? That you think we'll definitely rest him for Serie A now, for sure?
I think even if it's not a serious injury, they won't risk him now.
They won't start him, eh? That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he won't start for sure.
Fair
Maybe
enough.
he will come later, but the stage is set. Like, you have a final without Thuram. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Yeah. And then the other guys have to step up. Taremi. What are you two guys' thoughts on Taremi? Because I see also people are kind of still similar in terms of the patience. He's saying some people are getting impatient with Taremi. Where are you two guys
For
with
me,
the
he's still on fraud watch. I don't care what others say. He's still on fraud watch for me. I don't know.
love it.
I mean, I can see some things that he's doing, but on the other hand, it looks like he made a bet. Let me pass the whole season without shooting on goal. Like, what the hell? You're a striker. Shoot, man.
He's the
I just
opposite of
don't get it.
Lautaro.
It's tough, man. It's tough because, like, our backups to Thuram and Lautaro, there is a reason to start all of them, but there are 2 or 3 reasons to not start them. That's for damn sure. And I'm not starting Arnautovic ahead of Taremi, and I'm not starting Arnautovic ahead of Correa. And I can't believe that's a sentence that we walked into 2025 with. And what's the go with that as well? We gave Correa a little sniff at the grill once again, and we've put him back on salad duty back in the kitchen, bro. What the hell? He's just disappeared again back into the kitchen. So we'll see what happens there. But now I guess the final of the Supercup is anybody's chance to take their glory, whether it's Toro, Taremi, or Correa or Arnautovic, whoever's there, do the job. Because if you're not going to do it, somebody else will. One of the midfielders will. One of the centre backs will. We've got the players that can fill a forward position in a match. You can't start Mkhitaryan as a second striker. You can't start Frattesi as a second striker at the moment. But we all know that once that whistle blows for the first 45, and even more so for the second 45, even Inter fans have a hard time keeping up with who's doing what and what's going on that pitch. And it's that sort of notion from Inzaghi that has made us famous at the moment. How many compilations and how many people do you see overseas talking about Inter's tactics at the moment like it's a revolutionary thing? Zio, I'm seeing on Twitter and YouTube compilations from channels all over the world, all of which have got absolutely nothing to do with Inter, but they're all talking about Inzaghi, and they're all talking about the fact that this hybrid formation and the way that he plays football hasn't really been seen before in Italy and stretching far towards Europe, you know, with our centre backs up top. There was a build-up video that some guy made from somewhere in the world. I don't know when it was or where it was, but you know, he basically started with our midfielders bringing the ball up, and he was basically saying, I haven't seen this in many, many years. Look at where the defenders are, and we're on the map big time. So the fact that Thuram is out, it's not a cause for concern. It's not a cause for panic. Inzaghi will manage this. Who's going to take the chance? I don't know.
This is Inzaghi's cup. We are still yet to lose in his cup, so yeah.
That lineup showed it, right? He wants this. He wants the Supercoppa. This was the strongest lineup in his head.
Definitely. And you know, guys, if you didn't check out Anthony and me maybe a month ago or so, we previewed the Super Cup, and we talked about why this Super Cup is more important than the previous ones and why we really want to win it. There are so many big reasons for it. So yeah, I don't want to take too much time revisiting that, but check it out on Inter Worldwide channel.
Definitely check out Inter Worldwide. I want to give a shout out to Bin Veto, the channel, the sponsor of the channel, who is from Saudi, so maybe he was at the game today. By the way, the crowd today, I was a little bit disappointed because last year the crowd was pretty good at the in Saudi Arabia, but this time round it was
half empty, bro.
Yeah, and not even just the amount of people, the noise was like, it felt like a COVID match. Like you could hear the coaches, you could hear the players.
Yeah.
Zio,
be real. How many
Sorry?
Atalanta fans do you think there are in Saudi Arabia?
I saw one. I saw one in the stands for 96 minutes.
Yeah, that's true. It is Atalanta, who are now becoming a big team, but they historically they have pretty much nothing. So that's true. So maybe let's see tomorrow when Juve and Milan play. Air conditioner. There should be a hit in Saudi Arabia with some, with the heat out there. But what is you guys' thoughts in terms of, so for the final, whoever we're going to play, again, obviously we're going to go for the strongest lineup, but who should replace Thuram then? Would you go for Taremi? Would you go for Correa? Would you go for Arnautovic? Who should play?
Oh my God, those choices. It has to be Taremi. I mean, as much as
I'm saying put Arnautovic there, put Lautaro there, redemption final.
Can you imagine that? I mean, everything is possible for sure.
Look, I think at this point you need to keep Taremi there because you need to stick with who needs the goals the most. And I don't think starting Correa next to Lautaro is a good idea. And I don't think starting Arnautovic is a good idea in general. So I know people are saying Correa, and I know that in people's head for tactical reasons, it might be good. He might be a little bit more versatile than Taremi, but I'm not buying that either. So I would start with Taremi only because I think Taremi has been used to being the first replacement by now. He's still clocked a few minutes, and, let's just give him another chance. If you're not going to do it in the Supercoppa, when are you going to do it? And just to answer my brother, Matt Pickham, I have missed Southwest Sydney a little bit. I'll be going live on Inter Worldwide as soon as Zio finishes, man. So maybe we'll ballpark about 30 minutes from now, 40 minutes from now. Whenever the Zio finishes, keep a lookout on the channel, man, and I'll be there.
No, yeah, we'll probably go for another 10 minutes or so. There's not too much to talk about today's game. It was pretty, I think that someone said the XG was more
insane.
to Atalanta.
It should have been 6-0 or 7-0. I mean, it was, insane. As for, I saw some rival fans talking about the offside. It was a VAR offside showed it. It was half a foot offside. So it wasn't Marotta League. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't Marotta League.
Mesto says even
Saudi Arabia, so it doesn't count.
I'm gonna put a comment up, Zio, man. This is fucking hilarious.
Even Benveto can't give Lautaro, yeah, bro. Benveto, please buy. Are you able to buy Lautaro? Like, you got the money to buy him?
Yeah, so I have like two things before we finish. Maybe I see some guys are asking about Frattesi. Should we sell him? I think I saw that he wants to leave actually, so I think he will leave after
I'm not
this
buying
season.
it though. I'm not buying that because he's got an agent that likes to talk a lot, and Frattesi just doesn't strike me as that guy like that would say something like that, knowing too well that you don't just have to deal with teammates when you say that. You've got to deal with compatriots. You really think people like Barella, Bastoni, Di Marco, Acerbi, and Damian are gonna look at you the same if the day after you say that, you as an Italian walk into that dressing room? They're gonna look at you and go, bro, what the hell was that all about, man? Don't say that now. You want to leave it the season, piss off. But I do think that his agent has flapped his gums once or twice before. So this either reeks of a bad headline to fill papers for the new year, or it reeks of the agent saying something stupid at an overpriced Italian dinner and that making its way across the table and out the front door. My
But
opinion.
would you
though,
blame
as always.
him, Anto? Would you blame Frattesi if he's not satisfied?
No, but I would blame him for saying something now when you're in the best team in the country, fighting on all fronts. At this point in time, you professionalism takes over because it's not common for players to say this in a team that's thriving. I get what he's saying on a fundamental point of view, but there's no reason to say that now. You know the situation you're in. If you really are that unhappy about it, you go above and beyond to keep it behind closed doors, because I can guarantee you no one at the club would be happy about this coming out. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he is a little bit sheepish, like Ian's saying. Maybe I don't know maybe I'm overrating the whole Italo compatriot thing that we've got going on at the moment. It doesn't seem that way to me just yet. If we're having this conversation at the end of the season, especially if we've ticked our boxes, then it's definitely something that could definitely be happening. But like Bobby Marley's saying, I really think this is his agent cooking up something feral in the background. And I don't think push will come to shove until end of the season, Matija.
Yeah, Beppe Rizzo, yeah, he did do it. And then Frattesi himself came out. I remember he did it in the press conference and came out and said, no, I know that I'm not ahead of Mkhitaryan and Barella, and that's fine with me. So he knows there's no way he's going to get ahead of Barella and this Mkhitaryan, and now even Zielinski. So that's just the reality of the situation. But the Roma thing, so I've always said this, I think
he's a Romanista.
He's a Romanista. He's from Roma. He grew up there. If Roma had the money, he would jump at the chance for Roma, and he would definitely, if he can't start over Cristante and Paredes, then there's a problem there. He's definitely starting there. So let's see. Yeah, let's wait till the summer. He hasn't had the development, like I've talked about it. This is the season I was judging Frattesi on. I still don't see the development in him in terms of stepping on the ball or like even making himself available, making an impact in the game outside of goals and assists. Like we know this guy can give you impact in goals and assists and chaos, but Inzaghi's system, as Anthony talked about it, it's all about rotations, technical play, your control, your touch, your passing. And unfortunately, Frattesi, I do like his profile. We do need a Frattesi profile in the team. Like I love that we have a Frattesi in the team, but most of the time, especially as a starter, he struggles to kind of impose himself. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on Frattesi. I don't know if you guys want to add anything on that.
I would agree. I'll let Mattias go first though.
And he's a starter for Italy. That's also the funny thing about Frattesi. He's a starter for Italy, so I can't blame him if he wants to get more minutes.
Yeah, nothing to add there. I think everybody will agree. Don't get me started. Don't get me and Anthony.
These are the two biggest Dzeko fanboys that we have right now.
Don't get me and Anthony started.
While Mattias talking, I'll get his stats up in the background. Yeah, I'll add fuel to this fire, man.
Don't get me and Anthony started on Dzeko, man. We all hate Lakaka now. But the extra thing why we hate him is because we had to sell Dzeko to get him, or to get him to stay. That's the main reason. Not the main reason, of course. One of the main reasons I hate Lakaka. So definitely, yes, I miss Dzeko. I wish he won the Scudetto with us, but it is what it is.
Edin Dzeko has scored 30 goals since moving to the Turkish league. He has 5 assists since moving to the Turkish league. He also is only 1 goal away from double-digit goals this season. I'll repeat that one more time. At the ripe young age of 30, whatever he is, it's definitely not younger than 37. Is he 37 now? Is it 37? Because if it is, that's a joke. Let's
He's
see.
38.
He's 38 years old.
Whoa.
He's 38 years old. And he is 1 goal
Yeah,
away from
38.
double digits this
Holy.
season. This is a joke, bro. The guy is a peach, but we can't discuss it anymore because it's long gone.
Yeah,
Even I
yeah.
wouldn't bring him back now at this age. It's stupidity.
So man of the match, I think everybody will agree, is Denzel Dumfries. So
Oh, yeah.
that's quite clear. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe we could finish with the talk about the other semifinal, or who would we prepare, or I don't know what you guys think. Conceição, new coach of the air conditioner, a bit of a new thing for this. And he's
Yeah, I
gonna
mean,
play against his son, his first game. So
yeah,
that's kinda-
Conceição, he was, if you guys followed me on the channel, he was, if Inzaghi ever left, he was always my number one pick, because I always thought, even though it's a different system, he doesn't play 3 at the back. I don't know. Maybe it's because he's got that, he's like a B-Tech Simeone. He's got that, style of play, solidity first, and, the way he talks and speaks. I really admire him. And, he was a former Inter player as well, speaks Italian, as we already seen. So I'm actually a little bit annoyed that they got rid of Fonseca for him now, because I was hoping they would keep Fonseca and keep struggling. So, but I mean, they're seventh, eighth. So I don't think they're something to worry about for this season anymore now.
No, definitely not.
But I think just for the new manager effect, I think they'll win tomorrow and they'll get to the final.
They'll get the manager bounce because
Yeah.
Conceição oozes managerial bounce, to be honest, man. Like, they'll get this bounce. And I think it'll be really, really funny if they eliminate Thiago Motta, to be honest, because Conceição virtually became the manager, like, on the plane to Saudi Arabia, is giving his first team talk while they're getting their tea distributed to them on the flight. And I just think that if he was to do it over against anyone in his first game, if this happens at the expense of Thiago Motta, it's going to be hilarious, because not only will it be a former Inter player versus a former Inter player coaching these two sides in this match, somebody has to lose here. Somebody has to go. And it's either going to be Milan's misery compacted by the fact that Beppe Marotta presented Ibra with an Inter jersey. I still need to look at the backstory of that. Can someone tell me what it is? I've only seen the pic. I can't believe it's real. What the hell, bro?
Did you see the face of Don Beppe in that picture?
Bro, if you're a
doing.
Milan fan at the moment, how can you tolerate this guy? Like, Ibrahimovic, like, you are still in my head. This is the 3rd best footballer I've ever seen in my peak era of watching. If you take out the argument that, we never watched Maradona, we never watched Van Basten, we never watched Cruyff, blah, blah, blah. In my peak of watching this sport, it goes Messi, CR7, and one of Ronaldinho and Ibrahimovic. This guy will tear down every bridge that he has ever built, bro. He will tear down the bridge that connects the river to his village if he needs to, man. This is becoming laughable on every platform. Look at Bepe's face, guys.
The funny thing is, I haven't seen
face.
the other way around, because they were swapping shirts, like they were giving this kind of like corporate thing of like the leaders of each team swapping gifts. But I haven't seen the picture of the Milan shirt being given to Marotta, so
didn't happen.
And the smile, bro, the smile.
That's crazy.
Poetic.
But yeah, one of them needs to lose tomorrow, so it'll be good either way. I just think that I'd prefer to see this Juve slump continue, because at the moment their fans are in civil war on every platform. Some of them are even saying that Allegri should still come back, and I find that to be hilarious.
Yeah, no, 100%. Oh yeah, I forgot to show this image because I made it using Grok AI. Denzel with Denzel, the double Denzel, the 2 goals. Had to be shown in the match.
Yeah,
I should have got
and
Huyan.
two
I should have got
amazing
Huyan on
goals.
today.
Yeah.
Sorry, what did you say?
And 2 amazing goals, not just 2 goals. 2
2 amazing goals.
amazing goals. Yeah. Yeah, too bad Julian is not here.
Yeah, he would have been repping. Yeah, I mean, I had a couple of like those screenshots that I wanted to show, but nothing really that exciting. Like Lautaro had a couple of decent shots from distance, but Carnesecchi was really good today. We have to give a shout out to Carnesecchi. And we could have conceded in the first half. Scalvini, like, I don't know what he did here. He just passed the ball to Zoma. I don't know if he's looking for that Inter move.
I don't know why people are still aren't asking questions about how he returned from an ACL in the time frame that he did. That's like one of the quickest returns from a major break I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, something's still fishy still going on in Bergamo.
Yeah, because Kamaka's also coming back. I think like apparently he's back in training next week or something.
Yeah.
Bro, if you took both of their recovery times and combined, there are many people that still wouldn't be back on a pitch yet. So I don't know if it's just modern technology or something fishy in the Bergamo water.
Yeah.
Agreed
Shout
with
out
my
to Zomer as
namesake
well,
here,
Matteo.
yeah.
Good saves. He did what he needed to do. But also we also have to say at the same time we did dominate Atalanta, but they did rotate heavily. Like Gasperini clearly said, I don't care about this competition, unlike Inzaghi. Like Scalvini playing in midfield. Up front, they had no Lukman, no De Ketelare. They started Zaniolo. Like this is their second string lineup. So we have to also be.
And he started caring once he went 1-0 down. Come on, man. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Gasperini is full of you know what.
Exactly.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, I think does it for us. 40 minutes with my boys. It was lovely to be reunited with you guys. The front three of Uncle Sharma, Anthony, and Matija creating goals and assists. No own goals from us today. Way better than Lautaro. Thank you for everyone for tuning in. Leaving comments from Anthony. When are you going live? Are you going live straight after this?
Yeah, we'll go 10 minutes from now. And what we'll do is I will discuss. Matija, if you want to join, let me know. And we can discuss everything that we did not discuss on this stream. We'll do a real quick review of the Supercoppa and we'll move into maybe discussing the final a little bit more, our fixture list moving forward after the final. We'll take a look at the January calendar and touch on some Mercato stuff as well. So if you do want to join me, Matija, or if anybody is watching this now and feels like getting their face on camera as well, by all means, just drop a comment in the chat. And yeah, it was great to be here today with my two brothers. Great to see you, Matija. Great to see you, Uncle Sharma. I hope you did some serious groundwork in Saudi Arabia for us because, you know, we're still gunning for that. Oak Tree's still gunning for that major sale. And, you know, you're a good inside man to have, much better than Matija, who we sent a couple of years ago to get Dybala and Bremer. And we came back empty-handed. So I still haven't forgot that, Matija. You know that. I haven't forgot, bro.
Manu fan, fake Inter fan.
I've got no reply to that.
Do you have like a different room? Like, how do you change the whole setup behind you to do the Man United videos?
I just rotate the camera to the left by about 60 degrees, and I've got the whole thing going on there. Boo! I boo myself. I boo as I like turn it. I do like the whole boo as well, man. Shameless FC checking in always.
Yeah, and thank you to Binveto, who's been donating channel membership and also done a donation now as well, man. This guy,
my man, please buy Inter.
Yeah, please, bro.
You.
Stop donating to me. Save it all and get the 1.3 billion that you need to buy Inter with, and just get it done with. And then make me sporting director, and then I'll hire Matija and Anthony.
I like it. It's a deal.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Happy New Year. And thank you to Denzel Dumfries for starting our 2025 in the best way possible. Ciao ragazzi, always, Forza Inter.
Ciao.